about fishing. Go figure. We like to fish. I like to fish more so than Bonnie, mainly because I don't mind getting up early to go, and the chances that we get to go is mainly on Saturday mornings. So nonetheless, tonight, it was Bonnie's night to choose what subject, and she chose fishing. She chose fishing, which surprised me, but I'm grateful. So we're going to talk about some video game news here in a second, and then we're going to dive into the fishing subject that Bonnie wanted to talk about, and that's going to be it. So we hope you enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And do me a favor, go ahead and share this video. Let people know that we are out here making videos. That would be cool. Nonetheless, here we go. Oh, all right. So, Insomniac, that made the Spider-Man video games, just dropped their first trailer 2 days ago. Insomniac, who made the Spider-Man video games, has now dropped their first trailer for Wolverine, which I just announced a few days ago. Matter of fact, I said it was going to happen before it happened, and then it happened. So there you go. I should get a check in the bank from Insomniac. Y'all let them know. Nonetheless, they did drop the video. It is, I would say, R-rated. Obviously it's Wolverine sticking his claws into everybody, pretty much. But it looked good, graphics looked good, gameplay looked phenomenal. So, I am stoked about that game. So excited. It's supposed to drop in 2026. So we'll wait to see if that happens. Super excited. I hope that they would make more games like these. It's worth it. It's worth it. I wish other companies would make more video games like these. So worth it. Again, super stoked. Nonetheless. So, all right. So here we go into the fishing subject that Bonnie wanted to talk about, which we're both thrilled about because Bonnie wants to get up at 4 o'clock Saturday morning and go fishing with me. So excited.
It ain't happening. I'm being in bed.
I'm going fishing by myself. Nonetheless, here we go. So, Bonnie found some fun facts about fishing that she wanted me to read off. So, here's number one. In 2018, the longest fishing lure was created in West Texas. It was 10 feet long. I don't know what they're fishing for with a lure that is 10 feet long, but, kudos to whoever called that joker, because that is a beast, right? The world's largest fishing hook was created in Texas as well. It measures at 14 feet in length. Again, I don't know what you're fishing for out there. Maybe the Kraken or something like that, or blue whale. But good night. Like, you're not going to feed a village. You probably could, but you're not. So what are you wasting your money on that for? But I'd like to see it. That's a big hook.
Yeah.
That's a big hook.
I was shocked.
Yeah, that's a good.
With the lure and the hook, yeah. I was like, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that is crazy. The largest largemouth bass was caught in Georgia in 1932, and it weighed 22 pounds and 4 ounces. If I ever caught a largemouth bass that big, I would not be working anymore. Somebody would have to pay me a lot of money. I don't know why, but if you get a largemouth bass that is bigger than that, somebody should set you off for retirement is all I'm saying. That's a big fish.
That is. You'd be like, trying to get you in.
That's definitely a thumbnail. Anyway. All right. Moving on. The oldest known fishing hooks dated back 23,000 years ago. No, it didn't. Sorry, didn't mean to kick off on a tangent on that one. You know that kind of rubs me wrong,
Yeah,
the wrong way. I just don't get it. Anyway, cool. So there's your 4 fun facts for September 26th, 25th. And, take that to the bank, the river bank, so you can go fishing. You gotta admit, that was pretty good. I mean, right off the top of my head, that was not planned at all. All right. All right, so it's your turn to ask the questions. What you want to do?
So, I'm going to ask you some questions about fishing.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, why do you enjoy fishing so much?
A couple things. I think that the reason I enjoy fishing is because typically when you get out there, right, you're away from everything. You're away from it all. And it's just you, whether you're fishing on the bank, whether you're fishing in a boat, it's there's no rush. You don't have to unless you're doing competitions or something, which I don't do or haven't done yet. But it's just out there and you kind of get to go at your own leisure. It's not rushed to do anything. Typically, it's either you and one other person, typically in my experience, or it's just you, and it's just peace of mind and rest and relaxation. And that's probably the first thing I like about it, right, is that there's just, once you're out there, you got the perfect excuse not to answer your phone, right? I mean,
Yeah.
You're like, man, I just didn't want it to fall in the water.
Is it like relaxing?
It's very relaxing. It's very relaxing. For me, it is. I mean, I went out there the other day and the wind was contrary to what I wanted to do, right? I mean, it wasn't like super bad, but you're sitting there just going, you know? But you're out there and you're not required to do anything. Just be there. And that's what's great about it for me. The second thing is, like, you just never know what you're going to catch, right? I mean, you never know, when that big fish is going to hit. And that's what's fun about fishing, right? They don't call it, as my Uncle Ricky says, they don't call it catching. They call it fishing. You don't know what you're out there to catch. I mean, you know what you're out there to catch. You don't know what you're going to catch. And the thrill of it, like when
sometimes you might not catch anything at all.
Right. I mean, but that's again, that's the reason they call it fishing and not catching, right?
Yeah.
So to Uncle Ricky's point. But nonetheless, I think it's the combination of those two things, right?
Gotcha.
It's relaxing, yet it's also thrilling because you don't know what you're going to catch. So it's a mix between the both, right? The challenge of, okay, this lure isn't working, so I'm going to try this one, and I'm going to fish it this way, and I'm going to go over there, I'm going to fish that edge, and I want to work it back from, my bait over there from here, and I want to work this depth, right? It's the challenge of it, and the skill set, So it's a mix of stuff, but I would say it's the mix between relaxation and thrill that I like.
Okay, so what's your favorite fishing lure or bait that you use most often?
So I go, if I'm bass fishing, I go finesse worm, right? I'm going to just probably a red shad worm, plastic worm, or I'm going to it's funny, when I was growing up, my dad gave me a fire tail. It was just a black worm with a red tail, and I caught a couple bass on that in my childhood, and I thought that was the only worm ever worth fishing with ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Chris, my best friend, put me on red shad, and I thought, well, maybe that's the worm I should fish with. I'm a plastics fisher guy. I've never caught anything off a rattle trap or anything like that. Not saying you can't, people do it all the time. That's just not been my experience. But if I'm bass or if I'm catfishing, then it used to be chicken liver that I used to go to all the time. But I went through that phase where it was just messy, you never had napkins, you never had what you need to clean your hands. So then I was watching this guy, Dieterman, fishing on YouTube, and he was just like, he was doing these tests, and he fishes with chicken breast, and I was like, what's the price of one chicken breast? compared to one box of chicken livers.
Yeah.
You know, so I tried it out, and it stays on the hook very well, right? It catches just as many fish as you do otherwise. And man, I'm starting to get a fever to go fishing Saturday is really growing in me right now.
Because they're talking about fishing.
Yeah. And so anyway, yeah, that's about it.
Okay, what's your favorite memory from fishing?
This is a very special conversation. I actually see that you saved it for last, and I appreciate that. So growing up, when my daddy's dad, my grandpa on my dad's side, came into our life, he loved fishing more than I do, maybe, right? And we bonded over fishing.
Okay.
And so my favorite memory was one of the few times that my grandpa Henderson, my daddy, my brother Adam, and me went fishing down at Kissimmee River. And we would leave at like 4 in the morning. We would leave at 4 in the morning. That way when you got there, the sun wasn't even up yet, right?
Okay.
We would go to my grandpa's house, meet him there. We had gotten in his truck. We drove to not Circle K, but to the convenience store there in Frostproof on the way out. And we got us something to eat and drink for the day. It was either that store, that might have been what me and Grandpa did, or it was the store that was right beside the boat ramp there at Kissimmee River on I think that's 60. I haven't been out there in so long, I can't remember, but us 4 out there fishing, 3 generations, it didn't get to happen a lot. But that memory of us 4 going out there fishing, and honestly, I think that only happened one time, but I was probably that one memory, because I guess when we go fishing, it's great, but I'll never get that memory. I'll never get that experience again. So probably that.
Okay, that's a good
I'll tell you
memory.
another good one though, is that when me and Bonnie got married, was married for a little bit, and we were down here fishing on the side of 17, and Bonnie had caught a very large. Well, I say very large. It was a largemouth bass, but it was no less than 5 pounds, a significant size.
And he never let me forget, okay?
And she was so excited. She just dropped the head of the rod and just started pulling straight back. And I'm like, no. And when you do that,
But I ain't never went fishing before.
You're-
That's my
you're-
first time. I
you are-
didn't know.
chancing that you're going to break that line more and more, right? You're going to have to sport the rod and all that stuff. And she did. She dropped that, and she is so excited, and she's pulling it back. And I look, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? And she goes, what? And she's just pulling it back. And I understand why she's doing it. Like, everything in your brain tells you just, as long as that string is attached to that hook, you can get that fish in. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. But anyway, she dropped the head of that rod, and she just started walking backwards with it. I'm like, no, pick it up. And I mean, I got over there just enough time to see half of that fish come out of the water, and she did too. And it jumped the way they do, and it actually broke the line and jumped back into the water. And I mean, you seen the color just drain out of her face, and I was like, Bonnie. And I did it as in, you just lost a big fish, like happy for her, but at the same time, like, hey, you gotta, and she was just like, I didn't know. I mean, to the point where she was almost in tears, man. And I was like, yes, she loves the fish.
That's my first time fishing, too.
Yeah, so, very fun, very fun.
But I don't do that no more.
I would say that my funnest fishing memories are with you, though. And I think the emotional ones are the ones growing up. So,
Yeah.
But because you've had some good ones.
Okay, what?
Oh, okay. I'll tell you another one. Just like when she caught her first bass, we had a little John boat that she had bought for me that I fixed up and we painted it green. It's really cool because I got to take that John boat and it was really messed up. But we put a little bit of money into it and stuff, and I was able to do just some work on it and paint it green, and it was just fun because I got to fix up a boat. But anyway, we took it out to the mines out here, and
Sorry.
it's all right. So we took it to the mines out here, and we was fishing, and I think she was about to the point where she was giving up, but all of a sudden, like the rod just said, and I said, "What was that?" She goes, "I don't know, maybe I'm home." And I seen the line start moving. I'm like, "I don't think you're home." And she goes, "Oh, I got a fish!" And I mean, the rod, it had it bent over. And I was just like, "Oh, you gotta get that fish!" And she got it was her first one she caught, and it was like that big. It was still bigger than the one I caught, so kudos to her. So that was real fun just to see that look on your face after you caught it. But you wouldn't give it a kiss. You didn't kiss it. I'm just saying, Bill Dance does. That's all I'm saying.
I'm a lady. Ladies don't kiss fish.
I'm sure that Bill Dance is a gentleman. And it might not even be. It might not be Bill Dance. It might be like, what's that Martin guy? Yeah, that guy's name. Roland Martin. What? You barely even hold it.
Yeah, because I want to catch them. I don't like holding slimy stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. So, well, that's it for tonight. So we appreciate you checking out the channel. And Bonnie's got a couple things she wants to say to you.
So, if you like this video, comment and subscribe. And check out our other videos on Mike and Mighty. And we'll see you later. Bye.
Peace.
So, my one, this is our dog, Cassie. This is our dog, Cassie. And she's Mighty. Bye.